Hey guys, what's going on? This is another Airsoft Dude 1 production. Today I'm going to be doing a video on what to take to an airsoft game for newer players or people looking to get into the sport. I will be going over the main things that you need and some extra things you might want for an airsoft game to be effective. I have a wide range of things set out here, as you can see, but I will be going over a few things first. The main things you're going to want and the things you're going to need to be successful at playing are magazines of some sort. You obviously don't need this many magazines. I have 8 up here and then 2 here. These are all mid caps, or for newer players, mid caps are mid capacity. They hold 120 rounds. You have to load them with a speed loader and pump the BBs in. There's 8 of these, and I have 2 high capacity magazines. And the high capacity magazine is there's a trapdoor, you pour BBs in, and then while you're shooting you wind the little wheel on the bottom. Pretty simple. I've got 2 of these for backups, and then I've got these 8 which is what I mainly use. Then you're going to want a pistol and a pistol mag. These are your rifle mags. So you're going to want a few. If you're running high caps, I'd suggest 3 or 4 high caps. If you're running mid caps, depending on your play style, if you're an aggressive player and you burn through a lot of ammo like myself, then you'd go a lot of mid caps with a box pack, which I did. I got a box set of 8. Then you're going to want, at minimum, I would suggest 2 pistol mags, because if you have a pistol, get 2 pistol mags. And if you can afford that, just because at fields I go to, if you want to be able to shoot under 20 feet, you have to have a pistol. So yeah, and then you're going to need face protection, whether it be just shooting glasses and a shamog, which is what this is, that's behind here. Whether it be that, which is what I do, is just these glasses and then face wrap. Whether it be that or an iron face and and goggles, or that, or maybe a full face mask. For new beginning players, I would definitely suggest this, because it covers your full face, but it doesn't fog up as much as a full face mask. I would also suggest a full face mask depending on where you play. If you're new to the sport, I would definitely suggest a full face mask, just because depending on where you're going, some places require a full face mask or full face protection. Then moving up, what you also need is you need batteries. If you can afford, like a lot of the things I'm going to say here, if you can afford batteries, I would suggest to bring 2 batteries. Mainly what you're looking for is, that has my name written on it, but mainly what you're looking for is a 9.6 volt, because that won't strip out your gun unless it's a Walmart gun. And then you're going to want to get 1600 or 1500 milliamps. That's just a standard battery. This battery costs like 20 bucks, but I bought it from a friend for like 10. This type right here, that is good. Knee MH. This is how long your battery will last, and this is the output. So if you see a 10.8 and you have a G&G combat machine, don't get it, because it'll probably strip out your gun. Or don't get an 11.1 just because you see this is the same. Just go with an 8.4 or 9.6 unless you're running a specialized gun. This will be called a brick battery, brick type. These are called nunchuck type battery. This is also a 1600 milliamp, and this is a crane stock, or depending on, it might also be called a nunchuck. Now this one is a 200 milliamp mAh or milliamp hours, but it is a 9.6. It is a little larger than the other ones, and it does last longer. This also depends on your gun type. If you have an M4, and you have a stock like this on it, where it's called a crane stock, then you're gonna want to get a one of these, the crane stock type batteries, because it just slips right in like that. But then you will need an adapter, because this is running a large type adapter. Don't try and get a brick, because the bricks don't fit. This type of flat nunchuck will fit, but it's awkward and it's weird. Just go with a straight nunchuck or the full crane stock, which is what comes with most of them. But then if you're running, say, an M14, then you're going to want a brick type, or an M16 with a full stock, you want to put a brick type in it. You can put those other types in it, but the brick type works the best. Let me look. Oh, also, if you're running, say, an MP5K, you're going to want to get a stick type battery, such as this. So it all depends on your gun, your play style. If you shoot a lot, you're going to want a higher mAh or milliamp hours. If you see an 800, don't get that just because it's cheap, because it won't last very long. Then moving over, this right here is your speed loader. Like I said, for mid-capacity magazines like this that you don't have to wind, you're going to need a speed loader. They're only like $6. Depending on where you get it, you can get them for $4. You might want a walkie-talkie or something like that so you can communicate with your players or your friends or whatever. Sorry, it's a little bright in here. Then you're going to want something to hold your ammo and your magazines and all that. What I did is I took a ammo box, and this is a what is it? I don't even know. All the markings are kind of covered in, or some of the markings are covered in paint. But this is just an ammo box. You can pick them up probably for, I don't know how much, I got it from my grandpa, but you can get these at Army surplus stores. Pretty much I just put my own stickers on it and all that. Navy Swick. And then got mag hole. You lift up, and then you've got all this space. This is what I carry my magazines in. Then I've got the Navy SEAL sticker on the inside. So besides having something to carry your BBs in and gas, if you're running a gas pistol like these, you're going to need gas for them. So these are two different types of green gas. I suggest this one unless you're running a gun with a really deep mag well, because then you're going to need this one because it has a longer spout on it. Just depends on that. Then you're going to need BBs. I would suggest going to AEX or your local store, or ordering a bag of 4,000. That should get you through a day if you're shooting a lot. Then if you have a little bit more money and you're looking to spend on a little bit more stuff, what I would suggest you do is you get some gloves. These are just biking gloves, fingerless. They're really light. They're really nice. They're leather. I would suggest getting hard knuckle gloves because getting shot in the knuckles hurts a lot. Then I would also suggest you get a Thunderbee. I mean, this is just if you have money and you want to spend. These are a sound flash grenade, which basically means you take your standard CO2 canister, you put it inside. When the spoon's released, when you pull the pin and that flings open, it'll puncture this, fill this up. This will rupture. Big loud boom. That would be that's a cool thing to get for your if you have a little bit more money. Something I would also suggest bringing is tools. Oh shoot. Such as Allen keys that will fit your gun, a wrench, screwdriver, and then needle nose pliers. So that's basically the main things you're going to want. Also, I do have M14 magazines, but you'll see why in a second. But these are the main things you're going to want to take to an airsoft game if you're new and beginning. Also, if you're running two guns, what I suggest you do is get a holster. This is a Serpa holster from my 1911. It's a little bit expensive, but if you get into it, that would be a good thing to get. Also, if you have a box set of magazines like that, I would suggest getting a dump pouch, like so. You put your magazines in there. Also, another good thing to have is a hard gun case. A lot of people say soft gun cases are better, but I prefer hard cases. I also have another longer case for my DMR, or my designated marksman rifle, aka sniper rifle, that I built. This is just a standard 32-inch gun case for my M14, my SOCOM M14. But something that a lot of players don't think about is hydration. You really need something for hydration, whether it be carrying water bottles or carrying a Camelback on your back. I like Camelback because if I'm doing just a PMC loadout or a private military contractor, I can put my stuff in here, and then I can also transport stuff to the field on this. Another thing you need to think about is transporting things to the field, because a lot of fields you'll have to walk in and you won't be able to drive. So I suggest getting a big Condor tactical backpack. There you go. So now down to the gun case. I suggest, like on the ammo box, I suggest putting some stickers on it or something so you know it's yours. Because a lot of people will have the same gun case, because all the guys on my team have this exact same gun case. We didn't do that on purpose. We just bought the same case because at Big 5 they're like $15. It's a really nice really nice gun bag. Sorry. So now I'm going to open this up. So as you can see, I have my Tokyo Marui M14. This is a very expensive gun. I don't expect newer people to buy this gun. This gun does cost $500. So as you can, but I got it off Craigslist for a lot cheaper. So this is the SOCOM version. I made my own sling out of paracord, but I do suggest you have a sling on your gun, especially if you have a pistol. This is also a very expensive gun. This is a Tokyo Marui MEU. Both of these guns are Tokyo Marui, and together they both cost about $700. So this Tokyo Marui is my favorite brand. But what I suggest getting is like a Classic Army M15 Sport line, or a G&G Combat Machine. Don't get a JG or a D-Boys, because they're a little bit cheaper. Don't go for the cheaper gun. Save your money. It'll be a lot more worth it, and you'll thank me for telling you that. So like I said, pistol magazines, you're going to want more than one. So yeah, more than one pistol magazine, more than one rifle magazine. It just works out. Like I said, sling, just so you can, if you're running two guns, a sling, you almost need it, so you're not carrying both guns in your hands. Also, pistol-wise, I suggest you getting a Wii Desert Warrior or a Wii 5.1 1911 or an M9, because they are cheaper than the Tokyo Maruis. Are about $100 compared to the 220 of the Tokyo Marui. Or maybe a KWA, those are about 200 rounded off. Also, last but not least, you're going to want some type of gear. So you don't look stupid running around in your sweatshirt outside in a game, unless you're playing indoors and then you want to do something else. It's okay for indoor, but outdoors I don't suggest just wearing your sweatshirt. So what I have going here is an Condor modular operator plate carrier with a one point sling or attachment that's mollied through the loops. Get a mollied vest. Don't get a vest that already has the pouches built in, because then you won't be able to take the pouches off and change them around should you want to, like so. Some things you're gonna want if you play outdoors and there's a lot of, and you're good and you feel like, oh, I want to get a knife. Here you go. It's kind of cool when you get a knife kill, because it's like you're spending that much money on an airsoft gun and then you get knife killed. But I've got my magazine pouches, and then my pistol mag pouch, and then on the back I've got my, it's called a Rip Away EMT, which is where I carry my first aid equipment. And then I also carry my Camelback inside of the vest. So here's my dump pouch and my my holster for my pistol, which goes like that. So, so this has been another Airsoft Dude 1 production. Make sure to subscribe, comment, rate, and I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching.